So I'm barely 1 month into paid employment. And when I tell you that I can see how it steals people's dreams, I can see it so clearly. Sometimes when you are in a system for a while, you just become numb to it and you no longer see the effects of the thing because it's like your daily life now, you no longer. But when my service here began in my country, in Ghana, we have this 1 year mandatory national service. So for my program, we are compelled to do that. And in my service here, I just completed my service sometime in July. So I began 2024 November and I ended early, middle of this year. Right. And during that service period, I could see how paid employment really can suck their life and the dream out of you. Some of us have these dreams of becoming entrepreneurs and other things, right? But when you really sit down to analyze how paid employment works, realize that most of the time, what it seeks to do is to take or to suck the entirety of your time, or basically your life, because your time is your life. So it's like it's trying to take all your time and you no longer have time to do other things. Because by the end of the day, let's say you work a 9 to 5, which most people do for paid employment, right? You get to work by some even earlier because my place like you come by 8. I mean, work starts by 8 a.m. So it means you wake up latest say 6 a.m. depending on the distance from your home to your workplace. All right. Some wake up, especially with the high traffic areas or communities. At the moment, I'm at the workplace, right? And there's not much work to do at the moment. In fact, there's no work to do at the moment because I've processed all the samples and everything. In case you're not aware, I work in a laboratory, a medical laboratory. So this is about the easiest or the less busy it is. Because on days where you have so much work to do, right? You end up leaving sometimes even later than your time of closing. So you wake up at dawn, you prepare, you get to work, then you do your day's activities, depending on how busy your workplace is or what line of industry that you play in, right? You end up exhausted even before the day ends. But then it comes to your time of closing, and depending on how your work is, there's some people that they have to spend extra time at work just to finish sorting out the day's activities. If not, you are just postponing your work. So you get that done. So let's say you leave work 5, earliest. That's the earliest for most people. Some leave 6, and for those who live in high traffic areas, you have to now battle with traffic. At this time, you're already angry. At this time, you're already angry. You're stressed out, right? But you have to deal with all that to get to your house. And by the time you've gotten to your house, who even has time to cook, for goodness sake? But then for some, especially those who have families, right, you have to now cook. Thank God for freezers, right? Because most people just batch cook over the weekend and then that lasts them for the week for most of at least the stews and stuff like that. So you do that, you get that done, you eat something. For those who have husbands, wives, children, you cater to those people as well because they also demand some time of you, right? You do all that, perform all your needs. By the time you get now, imagine having to do all these things and you now think that you will have the time to work on your dreams. I see how it easily fizzles out, right? Because some people have dreams of building businesses, becoming their own bosses, and all of that, all of that. But if you're working in an employment that demands literally all of your time and all of your life, and most times the pay is not even as much, then it's no longer a wonder why most people just live their average life and then they don't do much with their lives and all of that because you are tired, you are tired, you are tired, you are tired, right? So most times it's people with a lot of high agency that end up actually doing other things that are profitable for their life, right? And then they end up building things and systems. Some just go ragged and then they leave the paid employment system or they don't even enter or venture into it at all. right? And with that, they are able to have a lot more time to sort out the other things. I'm not saying that there's no person who is doing a 9 to 5 that does not do other things. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber as well, right? So yes, I actually have to create time to create videos for YouTube. But I'm just saying that it's very easy to just give up. It's very easy to give up on your personal ambition, give up on your dreams and all of that. And when you now even add serving God to them, when we add serving God to them, then some of you are just, you're just out because you're like, what? So I honestly see how it really steals people's dreams. I see how paid employment really steals your dreams. Unless you are stubborn, like you have decided to do the thing, you won't do it because it's exhausting. It's exhausting and it's really demanding. So yeah, that's my mini rant for today. It's just a realization I came to because I believe it's because God has just tuned my mind to see how I genuinely believe that the reason why it's even possible for me to recognize this is because I only just entered the system. It's because I've only just entered the system, and I'm also someone who has a lot of things I really want to do. So I believe that these two factors have made it very easy, by the grace of God, for me to recognize how the system can really steal your dreams. Because there are so many things a girl wants to do, right? There are so many things I believe you want to do, but then because of how the system is set up, if you are not a high agency person, like I mentioned earlier, you won't do anything. You won't do anything. You know, this guy that I really love, Alex Omozi, always preaches how that your 9 to 5 is for you to concentrate on your work and all of that. But then your 5 to 9 is for you to now build up on your own dreams and all of that. I see that, I hear that, right? But it's not easy. But well, they never said it was easy, so it's for you to play your part and get it done. By my somebody else come with. So that's it. I see that it's very easy. It's very easy for you to lose your dream. It's very easy. It's very, very easy. So if you are someone who has a lot of things you want to do with your life, a lot of things that you want to venture into, you have to be very careful of this observation, this system, right? Else it will not work. It will not work at all. Yeah, so like I said, that's my mini rant for today. I don't have much else to show but my face.